This is starting. I think we're starting.
We're starting.
That's how it starts.
Push it with your dick, dude.
It worked! I am Ray Taylor. I clearly don't have a regular job. I was never really into comic books growing up. Like, I was a geek.
Well, you should tell your face that, because you look exactly like
I do.
Watch the fights.
Fuck yeah, I watch the fights.
I'm Keith Spurlock.
I watch every kind of pornography.
I said,
all right, counteract my cancer that I'm giving myself.
Right.
I smoke weed after every cigarette.
What were we just fucking talking about? And this is the Inspired Disorder Podcast. I'm not going to allow you to have an opinion on this just because you're wrong.
Is anyone else's podcast about like jerking off and UFC?
Brah, 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 brah. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Brah, brah. Oh, and then he was like, "Fuck you." I was like, "Nah, bro, I ain't gay." Shit.
I don't even.
Fucking Whole Foods and shit.
That story makes me feel sick.
Ugh. I know. Like bigly.
Like, oh, so bigly sick.
Oh man, you know what that should be?
What?
A movie that we just went to see at the Mayan Theater in Denver, Colorado.
The bigly sick?
That's right. Written by Kumail Nanjiani and starring the same. It's a movie that we saw today at the Mayan Theater.
It's called The Big Sick People.
The Big Sick People.
Well,
it's not. It's just the Big Sick.
Well, I was talking to them.
I know, but
people.
like the Big Sick People would be like giant zombie movie. Which would be interesting.
I'm all right with that.
The guy
movie
that
too.
did Kong Skull Island did Big Sick People.
Zombie Kong.
Yeah. It's like, you thought Godzilla was next. Nope, it's the Big Sick People. Big Sick, independent movie. Been out for a while.
Yeah.
Was hit at Sundance. Amazon bought up. Actually, I think the thing is, he went with Amazon, even though they were offering less money than Netflix. But because Amazon releases their shit theatrically, he wanted it to be available for awards.
Yeah.
So that's why he went with less money through Amazon.
Oh, I don't think we're winning awards.
And
but I get his reason.
It's done fucking amazing. It's got super high ratings, and it's kind of it's like a drama with a shitload of like comedic moments. So it's not super like white bummer drama.
Yeah.
But there's good. I could see like screenplay, because I mean, just what was said on the screen.
True, I know it's
way better than most movies. But yeah, so independent movie did really well. It was just going to be a small release, but it did so well that it's fucking.
Now, before we
pretty much
talk
available
about this movie, let's talk a little bit about the Mayan Theater.
Right. First time going there.
Yeah.
One of probably like 5 or 6 independent movie theaters. We drove by another one on the way home.
Yeah,
the Esquire.
The Esquire.
But I've only gone to the Psy Theater. Same with you. For independent movie theaters, I haven't ventured, and then I've been to a few.
Well, we went to the mall, and
that's not independent. That's just that's an AMC.
But why do they only play the weird off movies?
I would imagine it's just like there's other theaters. I'm sure it's just how AMC, the corporation, they're like, well,
is it because it's like a bougie
there's
mall?
There's so many other theaters.
It's real bougie,
and it's not a great theater. Like, you could just drive 5 more minutes to the theater we go to,
which is way
and you
better.
get like IMAX, and it's like a brand new thing. This is just an older fucking
mall
AMC.
Yeah.
But yeah, they get like the shitty releases.
Yeah.
Is basic, which is just runoff, because there's so many theaters.
Yeah.
Especially like independent theaters. Like, there was only like in San Diego, there was the Ken Theater, Hillcrest Theater, and I think there was another landmark theater in like La Jolla. But not nearly as many as here. And so close. They're all so close. Like, they're all pretty much within 10 miles of where we live. But yeah, so we went there for the first time. And it's like, it's got like the old marquee kind of
hanging off the side of the
sign
building
with lights.
But
it looks like what's in style now, but it's just because it's fucking old.
Yeah, it looks like someone tried to age it, but it really is just old as fuck, and no one's restored it.
You know what it reminds me of, especially the box office? South Park. The movie theater they went to in South Park, because it's like an old-timey box office where it's just
the narrow thing in the middle.
Just a one person in a booth, and sets of doors on either side with a little intercom.
And then concessions right behind it.
Yeah, which we didn't get to order the tickets through the. I was hoping I could get
I know.
it.
I was like.
There was a sign. And it's, I mean, a lot of independent theaters, like especially early, you know.
That's like the side.
Second
They're like,
showing.
there's just one person, and there's a sign
Yeah.
that says go to the other thing. It's like, no,
I mean, there
I'm
was
just going to
probably
go,
like-
hey, you one person.
There's probably like 20 people in the theater.
12,
Filled.
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it went for the. I don't know how many it would seat. Probably like 200, maybe. It wasn't a huge theater.
Tight fit.
Super, yeah. So it's like, so you go in. It's all old fucking independent movie theater.
It looks cheesy
we go up
as fuck, though. Like,
it looks like
in an awesome way. Not
Yeah.
like a bad way.
yeah.
But it's like,
It's almost in a way like the Chinese theater,
But-
Oriental theater. I mean,
Yes.
how that one was like almost weirdly themed.
Yes.
Like it had the palm fronds and the huts and stuff painted on the walls. It's just old as fuck and just rotting away. It was like the Disneyland Mayan theme theater.
it was so crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it was, it looked like,
it's like you're at a theme park,
there-
like Universal Studios.
there was like a fucking show on Nickelodeon way back in the day where like it was like a Mayan temple or whatever, and it was like an obstacle course or whatever.
Yeah.
It's killing me that I can't remember the name of that, but that's what it reminded me of, like just being like on set at that shit.
Yeah. Let's see. Look up the Mayan theater here.
Mayan theater. Yeah, that shit, like it was. There it is. But yeah, I was amazed at the decor.
Yeah. 1930 it opened. And then it became owned by Landmark in 86. It's one of 3 remaining in that Mayan revival style. So there's 2 other theaters in the world, I'm assuming, that have the same style as this. So if it's in your if there's one in your town, go see it.
Yeah.
They have 3 screens at this theater, so I'm curious to know what the other 2
The other one said
theaters look
Big
like.
Sick on it too, so it was like 2 of them were playing Big Sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a bar.
Yeah.
It like there was floor level theater, and then you went
Concession.
upstairs and
Yeah.
concession,
Yeah, yeah.
and then you went upstairs and there was a bar,
Yeah.
which
little
we didn't get any
lounge area.
drinks because it was pretty expensive.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like the
No.
the nice thing with the Psy Theater, the tickets are cheap,
Yeah,
beers are cheap.
those tickets were not cheap.
No, I mean this was like
This was
the
the-
Landmark theaters are
I feel like we paid the same price or a little bit more than we go to the big theater at.
probably yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think it was like 16
Landmark is like
for
a
my ticket
hoity-toity art
and a
house.
water.
Yeah.
So it was like $11
Yeah.
ticket.
Yeah, yeah. Which is that's why I haven't gone to any of these, but also the Psy Theater I could walk
I'm
to.
glad we went.
Yeah, I
just for
wouldn't
the
mind
different
going again.
experience.
I mean, if there's a movie that looks good and that's the only
I'll
place,
bring
I'll
an ass
go.
pad or something.
It was the most uncomfortable. You know what my ass felt like
hurts.
at the
It
end?
still is uncomfortable.
At the end of this fucking movie, that's amazing movie, and we'll get to it in a second. But what's the runtime? 2 hours on the nose.
felt like
My
4.
ass. No, what my ass felt like was when I would go to film festivals
and watch like
and I'm sitting in a theater
3
seat.
movie fucking.
I'm there for like 6 hours, 8 hours, and your ass is just in pain and like partially numb somewhere in that. I was just like,
I've never been so fidgety in my seat. Like
Yeah.
I was like doing this like every.
I just tried to
I
sit.
kept pulling up on that weird bar that was there. Like
those
I was,
death trap
Yeah, the
bars.
death bar, which was
Those are fucking
weirdly
weird.
sharp
They
for no
look-
reason.
Yeah, they looked like a normal railing, but cut off to look like a hook,
And
like a
put-
giant fish
It
hook.
was about right here
Yeah.
too, to my head,
and it scooped down,
and it
so it's
scooped
like,
down, and it was sharp on the under.
Yeah,
where
it
the-
wasn't a soft.
They
It wasn't
didn't-
even like a little rubber stopper.
no
or anything.
sharp.
Yeah, it's. I'm surprised it's there.
And old people's skin cut real easy. There was a lot of old
Oh, for
people in
sure.
there. You rub your arm
probably
under
a
that,
lot
and
of
fucking
DNA.
holy shit, yeah.
Probably like have all
I
kinds
have
of
AIDS
diseases
now.
right now. Everything
From
old people have.
the
Herpes,
The carpet.
glaucoma.
I'm
I'm sure it's been
I
like
I told him-
carpet's been
yeah, but-
replaced. The seats clearly. were
I
fairly
mentioned
new.
you. I was
Yeah.
like, I thought that was like a colored concrete or something.
Yeah.
And it was carpet. It was just smashed. No.
It's like something like this, but imagine being in a
It's like
theater for like 4 years.
But it's like if this
Yeah.
started out as actual fluffy carpet. Because that's
they
what
would
it
never
was.
put fluffy carpet in a high traffic area.
That's what it was.
No, that's not what you would use. It may look like it used to be that, but nobody would put shaggy carpet in a high traffic area.
Hey, in 1930s, they did some stupid
And
shit.
that carpet wasn't there in 1930s, man. Like, for sure, they put new seats in. I mean, everything was like back when it was. I'm sure it was just cement.
I mentioned that the
seats.
seats were. Like,
But I'm sure it's because it was like cement. Fucking people would just sit on cement, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna install seats now." Now that it's 1950.
no leg room.
No, it's like if my from my ass to my knees, like I had like
An inch?
just a little space, not even an inch, but within an inch. Like if I moved, I'd hit it.
Yeah.
But like I just tried not. I tried to because my ass was hurting so much. I was just like, I'm just gonna try and sit with the best posture.
I was too. Like
Just
the
to
whole
be
time,
like,
I was like,
this is gonna be the way to because I remember when driving here, like sitting weird, it just I end up fucking my back up because I'm sitting weird the whole time. So it's like consciously just trying to sit, and the seat backs were like not. It was just a very uncomfortable,
very
theater.
uncomfortable
But
theater.
I wouldn't mind testing out. Hopefully, get a different theater going there. But anyway, we
I'll
went and
sit
saw
in the
Big
fucking
Sick.
handicapped area next time.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
I don't
just
give a
sit
fuck.
down. I
Like-
wonder if even the closer to the screen,
I thought you
wouldn't have been.
I
that bad,
literally thought
actually.
about just going front row and being
Yeah.
like, "Fuck it, I'll just
Yeah.
front row this."
Yeah,
Because it was like I had the aisle,
yeah,
so I had one leg out,
yeah.
but it was still like my ass hurts and my one leg hurts and I'm
Yeah,
a little
that's how I was
taller
just like-
and I'm like,
I'm just gonna sit here and drink my Coke and watch this movie and just try to ignore the pain in my ass, which is the pain in my ass.
but let's talk about the Big Sick.
So Big Sick, we both heard good things about it.
It's a true story.
based on a true story written by Kumail Nanjiani and his
wife.
Emily Gordon. Yeah, who it's based on the beginning of their relationship.
Which is a crazy
It
beginning.
is a
to,
fucking crazy.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
To begin a relationship like this.
And I'm sure it reminds me of that movie where I think it was a Sandra Bullock movie, While You Were Asleep, where it's like she sees this hot guy.
Yeah, but doesn't he wake up with amnesia and she's like, "What up?"
Yeah, I mean,
We're like together.
that was
Which
like
is
the
a
very
entire
worst
premise.
version.
It's been done before too.
Yeah. But I mean that. So it's like this premise has been done a bunch of times,
Not this one.
but never done this well. Like this is that premise with a great story. It's
But-
just not like, oh, we're hinging this whole rom-com on the fact that he's in a cut. Like it's all fleshed out.
Yeah.
Like you care about all of the characters. We'll probably, we'll try not to spoil stuff, but we'll probably spoil some stuff. Definitely go see it if it's in your area. I'm sure it's going to be.
It's going to be available
If you have
on demand
Amazon
soon.
Prime,
Yeah.
it's going to be on Amazon Prime because it's Amazon. So when it comes out, use the link
Which I also got
inspireddisorder.com/prime.
scared though in the beginning because it was also Lionsgate was involved, and they are notorious for being involved with pretty shitty movies.
Sure. But I mean, going into it, I wasn't like
But
I know what you're saying.
Those
Like
are
Dimension,
also, like yeah.
Dimension did a lot of those movies
Yeah.
too. Or I don't know if they're probably still around. I just don't watch those movies anymore. But yeah, I
But
mean
is
the
it-
same thing. The fucking Get Out was produced by. It's just like
Yeah.
a company that just
Well,
churns out.
Michael Showalter directed this.
Yeah.
Michael Showalter, who's another comedian, who I
Uh-huh.
don't know what else that he's actually directed. From he's been in what was the Kids in the Hall, Wet Hot American Summer.
Uh-huh.
He was in that.
So this is his directorial debut. He's done some TV episodes. Love. Some other shit.
But
I
him
don't know.
and Michael Ian
Oh,
Black
no, there's
also
one.
used to do a show together.
Hello, my name is Doris.
Michael have issues, yeah.
Yeah, so he's done a bunch of TV, and some movies. But yeah, I thought I mean, as far as like the directing of the movie, like nothing was really done. It was done competently and it was well edited. Like the story was well told.
I wasn't blown away by.
It wasn't like we just watched War for the Planet of the Apes and it's just like visually amazing. But yeah, it's not that kind of movie. It's very much like the best version of what a rom-com should be. It's very much a very unconventional rom-com.
I'm not a big rom-com
because they're
guy.
usually dog shit movies.
And
they're like
there are parts of this movie to me
it's a rom-com
that because I'm not a rom-com guy,
romance and comedy.
I'm like,
but just a lot of like it's
strung
the
it
real
together.
drama.
It needed the real drama, and it had the fun comedic sides.
Well, I mean there
were a few jokes that didn't really hit, but some of them were meant to not hit.
Oh yeah,
and be told awkwardly.
I think there's two kinds of jokes in this movie because they play stand-ups, so there's jokes they say on stage. Yeah, but then there's just comedy within the writing of the movie, like just the back and forth with Ray Romano and Kumail.
Yes,
like
that was fun.
And I mean, just the parents and him were fucking amazing, and it was most of the movie. I mean, it was him interacting with them, but yeah, it's like a romantic comedy that never gets I never really got choked up. Like maybe towards the end there was a moment,
I ever got choked up.
Never really got emotional.
No,
but because there were so much comedic moments.
Yeah,
despite what's actually going on in the movie, and it's just super like you haven't seen this like there's not a lot of movies where we're seeing a Pakistani guy with traditional parents. Like, you don't see that in movies.
Yeah.
You know, there's no rom-com where that's, like, a thing. Where, like...
Well, they're not usually the lead in U.S. movies.
Sure. But it's like they're not part of... everything's just like white people. Oh, I saw him trip on a brick and I love him. He's cute. He's got a beard, kind of. Like, the premises for rom-coms are fucking stupid. That's why...
But this is... like a true story.
Well, I mean, and it's like well written. I mean, you can do the Pearl Harbor by Michael Bay it was based on a true story, but you got Michael Bay doing it.
That was a love story where Pearl Harbor happened at the end. Let's get that right.
Sure, it's
I mean,
it's based on a true story, but it's like whatever. I'm saying just because
that's
something's
like
based on a true story,
rom-com and at the end 9/11 happens. It's
Sure, but that's the version of true. There's a lot of based on true story shit that's dog shit movies.
Yeah,
they're like cookie cutter. Versus, this is well done and it's independent movie, so it's not like they had fucking notes from producers going, I think we should get I think instead of his parents being, they should be Indian, not Pakistani. Like just stupid notes.
Changes
it's like,
entire ethnicity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's like I could see them doing stupid shit. It's like it shouldn't be a giraffe. It should be an elephant. It's like, but then it doesn't tie in with the joke. It fits with the joke.
It does.
But yeah, it's so it's a boy meets girl.
He's doing comedy. He hits on her afterwards because she kind of
she heckled him
a little bit.
I mean, sure. They explain the
she
intricacies of heckling.
It's a recurring theme.
Yeah.
And then they play this. They're both playing this weird. They go hook up. They're playing this weird, hard to get thing where they're like, hey, we can only spend
a lot of well written, witty banter between two people that are just hooked up, and interacting. Like realistically, people aren't having conversations like that.
No.
Super fucking entertaining to watch because it's like
I loved their chemistry
real.
when they were doing their rom-com-y thing.
Chemistry everywhere.
Yeah.
Chemistry. Like with them, chemistry.
With the parents
of hers, chemistry. And
with
then even his family, weird chemistry,
his
but I
friends?
get it. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like I believe everything.
Yeah.
So I'm in it. There's nothing that really takes me out of this movie.
But like the whole time,
except for the aliens at the end, but we'll get to that.
The whole time, like he's him and her doing this slick, like they'll spend a day together, but they won't see each other. What is it?
Because they don't want to
like
be
a
serious.
2-day rule.
They don't want to be. Neither of them wants to be serious. Because
they're like, he's working on his comedy, she's working on her master's,
and
to become a psychologist.
She was married. So
She was
we never
married.
really find out how recently she got a divorce because she didn't want to talk about it. But it could have. I would imagine coming off of that and school, you'd be like, I don't want to deal with this
Yeah.
right now. But yeah, so yeah, they
But
have
they
this
keep
cute
end up
little
like every time they're like, all right, we're never gonna do this again. Don't call me.
yeah.
And then the next scene they're together and
Yeah.
having a good time, and then you see it progressing. But the whole time, it shows him having his weekly dinners with his parents and
who are in the process.
of trying to hook him up in an arranged marriage.
Yeah. Yeah.
And funny, like I had an Indian friend who like their cultures are very similar,
yeah,
and that's what they do. And
Yeah.
like, I mean, he went back to India to do that, so it's weird how like. But it was a funny situation because every time he'd sit down to dinner, like his mom had the same spiel. The doorbell would ring.
Yeah.
Oh, look who just dropped in.
Yeah.
They were in the neighborhood. And then there'd be a girl.
Yeah, the whole family dynamic was hilarious.
But the
and
picture in the card
like
thing,
the profile thing.
that's real.
Yeah.
My friend had
I'm sure
had
it's
a
real.
binder.
Yeah,
He showed me the binder.
Yeah.
I was like,
it was written by a guy that's lived
yeah.
it.
And
it's like, yeah.
But they have.
I would imagine they get the details
they're like
right.
baseball cards, but big.
Yeah.
They have stats.
Yeah.
And like it like.
And I've heard, I
who
think
their
Ari's
parents
had
are.
somebody on.
And what their professions are.
Yeah.
What they're like.
Sure.
So it's
The
like
profile, which is just like Facebook now.
lot more in depth.
Oh, you go
Well,
to certain people's
true.
Facebook page.
That's
People are worried.
people
there's-
overshare it all the time.
Yeah, that's. They're spying on us now that you're doing it yourself.
Yeah,
you got it covered.
You've turned on
Yeah.
Facebook Live
Yeah.
5 times today.
Everything
so.
I was watching, because I knew that it was written by Kumail and it's based on a true story, not like somebody bought a true story and they're like turning it into some fucking Michael Bay bullshit.
Wouldn't it be cool if we made him Pakistani and then we'll put this
Yeah.
Kumail guy in there?
Yeah. So, I just totally
They're
dropped
dating.
off what I was
His
saying.
mom's trying to hook him up with all
Yeah.
these Pakistani women, so he always goes home and throws these photos in an old cigar box.
But that's what I appreciated with them showing all the details of stuff, is that I knew that they were accurate.
yes,
Because I knew I wasn't watching something that's potentially homogenized to where it's like, okay, they're showing me this, but it's like, okay, are they exaggerating or, whatever. But yeah, and I'm sure that's why everything felt authentic, because
Yeah.
it's fucking...
well, then obviously
I could never, like the family, like that family dynamic, and there's like, you don't have to be Muslim or Pakistani or whatever to be like the family that sits around
yeah.
and like does this like regular thing. Like I've never had that. That's so weird. Like being with families
That's
that are
just-
like,
that's
here's
just-
dinner time.
That's just
Let's all
holidays for
eat.
me,
Yeah, holidays it would be like that, but not like
not a daily.
a
thing.
daily or weekly.
No, it's like
or,
give me my food. I'm going in front of the TV. Peace out.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's showing his side and why, one of the reasons why he is playing the 2-day, the games,
Yeah.
keeping her at distance. I mean, that's on his side why he's doing it,
And for her it was
which we didn't even find out about her just
till later
being
because they slowly kind of leak. They slowly leak to
Yeah.
each other because they're both so guarded, even though they're having so much fun together. So they slowly leak out information, and then she finds.
because it's that kind of, it's just a casual
Yeah.
relationship for the most
But
part.
then she finds all those photos of the Pakistani women
yeah,
and has a total fucking meltdown.
yeah.
And he doesn't really deal with it the best.
Yeah,
but I don't
nobody
know if
ever
there's
does
never
really.
a good
The
way
way
to
it
deal.
was portrayed in
It
the
was
movie
so
fit
believable.
perfect.
I've had
Yeah.
that fight, but not
Yeah.
obviously not
as
about
hilarious.
not about no not
Because there was like hilarious moments in that fight.
yeah.
He's like, "But you're you're trained to be a psychiatrist, aren't you?"
No,
supposed to be able to handle that?"
I guess I had kind of have because
Yeah.
like sometimes
I guess that's
I
true.
like to
saying the smart ass thing.
I like to dry antagonize where
yeah.
I'll let them yell,
Yeah.
so I'll calmly talk back, which only incites them more because I'm not being off the hook and they want me to.
Yeah.
And so I know what I'm saying is I'm saying it calmly, but it's terrible.
Sure. Yeah, it's
Which is kind
not-
of what he did, and it like that's why I really
Yeah.
appreciated that fight. I'm like, I've
Me
had
too.
those fights.
Yeah.
But then So then it just kind of shows him going his way. He's kind of bummed out. He's still doing his comedy.
Yeah.
His parents are still trying to set him up. Then she gets
But he's
sick.
moved on because they kind of split.
Well, he knew he had to anyway, and they split.
Sure. Well, he knew they had to, but like at the same time, I don't think he wanted them to split.
He didn't.
He wanted to have a reason.
Neither of them
But he's
did.
so scared of his parents that it's like I don't. And I know people like that. Like for other things.
I know people like
Just
that
like-
at our age.
Oh yeah.
I know people like that who literally have smoked cigarettes as long as I have, and their parents don't know about it somehow.
Right.
Like
right.
I've just never, and I'm like, why?
But that's not like.
But it's just weird.
You're
like,
not going to be banished from your family if they find out you're smoking cigarettes.
true. But I came from
That's a completely different thing.
a decently religious family, and
Sure.
they didn't
They didn't
banish me.
shun
when I-
anybody.
when
He's
I
coming from a
became
place
atheist.
where the repercussions are like banishment. So you can understand why it's different than just hiding cigarettes.
True.
It's he loves the fuck. He's like he loves his family more than I can understand somebody loving a family, especially with how strict it is. You know.
Well, they're
Considering he wants to
they're
be-
so much more tight knit than American families.
Oh yeah. I mean, the more but it's all religious based. Is why it's all
Not always.
ritual.
It's ritual.
For
but,
I mean,
yeah.
everything in this for him is religious. I mean that's why she there's like strict rules. Like Ari talks about Ari Shafir about like these crazy rules in Judaism, and I think his next special is going to be all about Judaism because he's been talking about it for years.
Well,
But,
on being a Hasidic Jew.
Yeah, he went.
He was hardcore Jewish.
Yeah,
like,
he went to Jerusalem to the school to study day and night the Torah, and like he had a
I
moment
get,
of clarity.
but
yeah,
there's
but that's an example of how crazy religions and like can be, and then how people follow them. I mean, their version of it, but like certain religions that aren't as lax as other religions, you know. I mean, fucking, it's very systematic. Like, we're going to tell you who's coming into the family. Like, we have to meet every week. We have to fucking do these things. If you step out of line in any way, you're no longer part of the family. It's like extreme Amish.
Like even though they made it cutesy with like, well, I guess we'll get to that later. But I get my brain was skipping till the end, but. I'm upset at some people in this movie.
Really? I'm not upset with anybody in this movie, but
No,
I'm
not
interested to hear.
I'm upset with characters in this movie.
Yeah, this is what I'm
meant to make me upset at them.
Okay. Who? Now I'm curious to know who.
Well, we'll get to it.
All right. So
all of a
they
sudden,
split.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing. He's doing the same moves he was pulling on her.
he bangs, or in the movie, he bangs a chick, and they're
Yeah.
laying in his bed together.
Yeah.
And he gets a call from unknown,
Yeah.
like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah. And it's one of her friends
It's her friend that was with her in the beginning of the movie, and she's
that went to his show, his one-man show.
which like everyone, like that was kind of a weird, like, you never saw the friends again. It's like, aren't you worried about your fucking friend? I know they can't show everything, but like,
Man.
those I mean, those
She
finals
probably
must
went
have
and
been
visited.
real serious.
She probably went and visited.
I
but
get it.
What are you gonna?
You're not gonna show everything, but
No,
still,
you're-
that friend
you're
did
not
just
gonna-
get dropped off.
Why should everybody that knows this chick just live at the fucking
I
hospital?
don't live there.
Well, she wasn't a part of this movie, so why would they show her coming in? Like, she probably visited. She's in a coma. We'll let you know when she comes out of the coma.
I think she's just a fucking selfish bitch and doesn't care about her friend.
Sure. Or she doesn't want to fall in love with her friend and, be romantic.
Or what if she didn't want to
Dude,
fall in love with
I know
Kumail
people
while
that
he was
go to
waiting
the
there
I know
too?
shitload of people when they're in the hospital. Like, okay, my friend's in the hospital. He's in a coma. Well, I'm going to show up as much as like a guy that's in love with a chick? No. It's like, okay, I'm go check him out, see him laying on a table. It's like, all right, dude. Your parents are here. Some chick that you were going out with a little bit ago, she's chilling.
Give him a little fist bump.
let me know. I don't need to be here. Let me know when you know more. Get me updated. But what I'm going to come in is like, oh, he's still laying there. It looks so much different. I'm friends, fist bump. It's like, no. That would be the stupid version of this movie. Where it would be like, she would have 3 friends. 2 of them are fucking, okay. And they'd like come in, like, oh my God. They'd be like a scene of them like coming in all emotional, crying on the bed.
I think her friends don't care about her.
Well, that's probably true too. Most people are fake. So it's like, oh, I'm your friend. It's like, yeah, just...
Or her friend's like, I stayed with her as long as I could, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to call her ex-boyfriend, who she's clearly told everyone else about.
She's racist against Pakistanis.
That she was
why.
like, I fucking hate this guy. He did this awful thing to me, and this and that, because her parents know right away. It's like, hey, we know who you are. You can leave.
Yeah. But they had to travel from New York to Chicago, and it was the night that she went in the hospital.
Yeah. So she gets
so it's
sick.
all right. Like, I didn't have any problems
Her
with any
friend
of that
calls.
shit.
He's
Yeah.
in bed with another chick. He picks it up, and he goes right away.
Yeah.
So
he didn't give a shit about that chick.
No.
Just trying to get some pussy. Trying to get some rebound pussy.
And then all of a sudden, she's like, I don't want to see you. Fuck you. You know, you were a dick to me. And then all of a sudden, he's like, okay. And then all of a sudden, she turns bad soon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't show up at the same time, so she probably progressed.
Well, they were like,
but also infections can, you know,
they're like,
kind of do
we're
that
gonna
shit.
give you a room, and she's like, what's going on? No, I want to go home. And they're like, well, something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she turns from bad to worse.
I'm sure if the friend knew that she was going to be being put in a coma, she wouldn't have left.
Fucking around about the friend thing.
I just think you hate that bitch for some reason. It's like, Jesus, she was all right. She went to that one-man play. That's sacrifice.
That is.
So that's she's like, you're in a
yes,
you're
but she
sick.
said
I
she
gotta
had
get
to
out of
leave
here.
immediately afterwards.
She stayed the whole time.
Terrible friend.
No, she's like, I need to go get some fucking weed and some alcohol. And
she's like, I can't tell
forget.
him. I can't tell him that was good.
Yeah, this is dog shit. I can't tell your new boyfriend that you're not really boyfriend, that he's dog
But then all of a
shit.
sudden, the doctors are like, hey, are you her husband? Because we have to intubate her now.
Yeah,
and
they
put her in
needed
a coma.
approval, so they
Comer?
Yeah, so he kind of got
Putting her in
forced
the
into
coma.
signing her over to be put in a coma,
Which,
medically induced coma, which is better.
Which is
than
the
normal
better
comers.
of the 2 comers.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's like kind of how that's the movie that's setting up. It's like, oh, here we go. Now the movie starts. I mean, it set up why you give a fuck and why it's a weird situation that like they just broke up and she doesn't want him there but she passes out and like
so he's
she's
like,
going
I'm
into
your
a coma.
husband on paper.
Well, the doctor is like, well, I could let her die.
No, I get.
Or I could sign this paper that the
Let
doctor
me ask
wants
you
me.
one more
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's a situation that's like, okay, you're gonna sign the paper. It's like, okay, the doctor's telling me to do this. Parents are here, or she's gonna die. Fuck her. She didn't want me here anyway.
Yeah, she just told me off.
Just like her friends don't like her.
Yeah, her friend wouldn't even stay.
I didn't even know she liked my one-man play.
She didn't.
Yeah.
She was like, why didn't you talk more about yourself?
So then it's the meat of the movie where he meets her parents. And that's like the best. I love everything about him and Ray Romano
and Holly Hunter.
Holly Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that was a fun dynamic because they hated him at first, and then shit got a little better, and then they were gonna do they had to give her surgery, so they were like, go home, and he took them to her apartment, and then they were like, hey, or he's like, he tried to get out of it. He was like, hey, I'm just gonna I got a comedy show tonight.
Yeah.
And Ray Romano's like, I want to see a comedy show. And Holly Hunter still fucking hates him at this point. So she's like, fine, go.
Well, she's obsessed with trying to look up on the internet.
True.
Because they were totally obsessive, like taking notes,
trying to
understand everything.
Understand what's
and then
wrong with your kid.
Google well, yeah, you're going to know what they're trying to do is become a doctor overnight. Like, oh, I'm gonna Google these, and then I will
He
know
didn't even-
everything
he
about
kinda
them.
joked about like looking
Yeah.
up shit on WebMDs.
Yeah,
like, what
'cause
is
that's
it?
how
It's
ridiculous
cancer.
it is.
Everything's
Yeah.
cancer.
That's how ridiculous it is. It's like people think
Which
they're
is
gonna
kind
be
of a
doctor.
hack joke by now, because that's been done
Sure, but
so
it was
many
built
years.
up
But
for
yeah.
him, a dad joke guy, to say a dad joke. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, he's like a dad joke guys. Like they do a movie about Top Dog and Charo. It's like, I didn't like the fact that he did blonde jokes and shit. But yeah, it's like everything worked. Like
But
everything.
they go to his comedy show, and then that was my favorite part,
Yeah.
where like some dude in the crowd heckled him, "Go back to ISIS" or
Yeah.
something,
They said a racist fucking heckle.
and the mom
Yeah.
finally fucking the stress from her daughter, and just
It's like, why are you being fucking racist
all
to this
got
guy? I
to
hate?
her.
It's like I hate him for actual
legitimate.
reasons. It's not some
reasons.
fucking bigotry, ignorant shit.
And I
because you're-
loved her line.
Yeah,
What are you trying to recruit for ISIS?
yeah,
I'm like, this guy wants more people in ISIS.
yeah.
And
Yeah, she came back at him like comics would come back at a
Yeah.
heckler, but she was doing it because she was
As a-
just pissed off
yeah.
because he's being a fucking racist asshole, and she has better things to do.
And it was so good, that moment.
Yeah.
And I like the comedy moments because the hanging out with your comedy friends parts, like from hanging out
Yeah.
with my comedy friends when I was doing it.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
those
The
scenes,
relentless ripping on each other.
Yeah, those scenes.
That's literally
I think
all
were
that
the
is.
weakest scenes in
And
the movie.
they might be, but that's
Yeah.
to
I know.
me that connected
I've
with
watched
me.
Hundreds of hours
Podcasts
of
of
comedians in green rooms,
It's just what it
shooting
is.
the shit. Yeah,
But
no, I get
It's
it.
even more vile off podcast, or it was with my group.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. Well, there's other podcasts that don't give a shit that
Ice
aren't trying
House
to be
Chronicles back in the day.
back fucking
Years ago.
People were getting dehydrated and shit. But yeah, so it's like yeah, I didn't mind those parts. I like Bo Burnham. I mean, I enjoy his comedy. His last special was ridiculous. And then the actress that played the the female comedian, I forget her name.
Yeah.
I forget her character
And
name.
then
like I didn't mind them all. Like I got it.
Kurt
It's like, oh, these are
Braunohler was his roommate.
his roommate. Yeah, yeah. So it's like I enjoyed all the characters,
But they weren't
huge
they were
parts
very
of the movie.
side pieces.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you didn't really.
It was
get
about
much of them.
his family,
It was
her
yeah,
family,
Yeah,
and him.
it was.
She wasn't even in the movie that much because
No.
she was in a fucking coma most
And
of the
his
time.
family wasn't in it as much, except for just to show
It was
you
like a
where he's
check-in.
coming
Yeah,
from.
it was like checking in every
Primarily,
once in a
it's Ray Romano,
while. Holly Hunter, and Kumail.
Kumail Nanjiani. Yeah, which is the best fucking for Holly Hunter in a comedy. I think she's doing, and it's like I don't know if you could necessarily just
I don't-
label it comedy, even though
I
it's
don't like rom-coms.
mostly
Again,
comedy.
Let me say this, but I like this movie. I
It's
don't
it's-
love this movie,
It's the best,
but I really like this movie.
yeah, it's the best romantic comedy. I really liked it's
I'm
it's
sure
definitely
there's other ones that I
cheeseballish.
liked when I was a kid for some reason because I had to watch them with my mom or
Love
something.
Actually, I loved a lot. Although it's a Christmas
Actually?
British, like a bunch of different characters. I really like that one.
You know what? I like.
there's some of them, but they're all cheesy as fuck. Like
I
this
liked
is the
Forgetting
most.
Sarah Marshall, which is
Yeah, but that's
corny.
more like. I mean, it's a romantic comedy, but it's like a, not like chick comedy. It's dude comedy mixed with rom com.
yeah. Is that why I like it more?
Yeah, I mean it's like the fucking Seth Rogen movies, but with a heavy romantic thing.
I
Like
guess Knocked Up
comedy-
is technically
Knocked Up, but it's like you got fucking retard comedy,
Well,
and then
I love
fucking,
the movie Goon, and that's kind of a rom-com.
That's more of a
sports
there's a
movie.
romantic element to it, but it's like every fucking movie. Either there's a love interest, like Baby Driver isn't a romantic comedy. There's a romantic element to it,
but there's no comedy.
but it's not the movie. That movie is not
Oh.
hinged. It's a fucking heist movie.
How do you say rom action? Like
It's not, but that's not. It's this that story between them isn't the main part of the
Action.
story. The main part of that movie is him
It's just
committing
baby.
illegal acts. It's not like the story about him and her.
no.
It's not. That's not a romantic movie. There's an element, like every fucking movie. There's, that's why we give a
Yeah,
shit.
that's true. There's just
That's
a
just
romantic
why you
element
give a-
in,
like
in a
Spider-Man.
sports movie.
Spider-Man is not a romantic superhero movie. It's a fucking 1980s comedy with superheroes. And it has a fucking little romantic element so you can give it, oh, he saved her because he loves her.
I always got to do that.
This isn't that.
No.
This is like a relationship movie with the person that's in the relationship not even in the movie.
This
Which
is
is
the worst
crazy.
start to a relationship ever.
It is the worst. Well, it's the worst, like, fucking after the first speed bump. Like, you hit your first speed bump and then that happens.
Well, this
Because
is
they started already, but
Yeah.
then first speed bump, if she didn't get to in a coma, he may have been able to work the speed bump out.
Like,
well, he probably never would have started.
weirdly enough, I kind of like when I had first started dating this girl a couple years ago, and then like out of nowhere my lung collapsed,
Yeah.
and that was like we had first just started dating.
Yeah.
So like she was all in the hospital and shit got like more serious right after that.
Yeah.
But like I should have went full coma. Maybe it'd have worked out.
No.
I'm just fucking
No,
around.
it wouldn't have. You would have woken up and
No, you don't know that.
one of your dude friends would have had your dick in his mouth. He's like, I never left you, bro.
I don't think they let that happen in a hospital.
Oh, I see videos all the time. Not with
Jesus,
dudes.
what
It's always
kind of-
chicks and dudes. But it's like, I'm sure there's the gay version as well. But yeah. So, yeah. It's like, I don't know. It is. I mean, we went and saw it fucking on a fucking 4 in the afternoon on a Friday. Like, I would never go see, like, when Matthew McConaughey was doing all that bullshit. I'm not going with you on a Friday at 4 to go see fucking whatever gold digger rom-com bullshit he was in back before he actually started doing good shit. I wish I could think of one. Like, I'm not going to see Hope Floats with you.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Just trying to think of 50 First Dates.
No,
I'm going to see.
that's
I'm
Adam
going to see
Sandler.
Adam's, but it's a clear romantic comedy. It's just in the
I
style
thought we were
of.
just going Matthew McConaughey, which
I
I'm
couldn't
like,
think
still
of
like,
any of his. I was just trying to think
There's
of
that
other
one with
rom-coms.
Kate Hudson.
Yes.
God damn it! What is that one?
I don't know.
Neither
I
do
saw
I.
that with on a date. That's the only reason. It's the only. But he was doing a bunch of them then. God damn it! I'm gonna look up Matthew McConaughey.
Let's
look up some shit.
Failure to Launch was the one with
That
him
might-
and Sarah Jessica
Oh,
Parker.
that's right. Maybe I
Uh,
saw that one.
Then there was the one with Kate Hudson, which was like
Maybe I saw both of them.
you probably did.
Oh my god, that's horrible. Matthew McConaughey. Interstellar. That's it. No.
Yeah,
oh no,
you know,
Dallas Buyers Club. That was it. He's been in so much good shit recently, though. All right.
here's
Magic
where it's
Mike.
all,
No.
no. I got to go back a little while.
Yeah. I mean, wait. It's
Failure to Launch.
there. We go.
I'm sure
Oh,
two.
We Are Marshall was corny fucking movie.
Yeah, but that's a sports movie.
I
You got
know.
to go down.
Fool's Gold.
Two,
I think. Yep. That was the one I was thinking of.
and that's not even the
Kate
one.
Hudson. What did you say?
Fool's Gold. That's not
Yeah.
the one I was thinking of. Go back. Scroll down. How to
Fool's
Lose a
Gold.
Guy in 10 Days.
Oh.
Who's the chick in that? Is that Kate Hudson?
I was not thinking of that movie. That'd be hilarious.
Kate
Yep.
Hudson.
So we were thinking of different
Different.
Kate Hudson.
McConaughey.
That's how
Kate
horrible
Hudson.
it was.
God damn it. They're
So
all
he was
the
doing
same.
a bunch of dog shit, fucking like all of those. Go if like the best date. If you want to go on a date and show her. First off, you're gonna go to a theater she's never been to, probably. I mean, she may be into independent movies, but if you want to impress a chick, go. She's gonna like it. It's a romantic comedy.
You bring a regular
she's
chick
racist.
to the Mayan or something on a first date, unless
Mm-hmm.
she's super into independent movies, she's
She's gonna love it. It's gonna be, okay. Then I've just never gotten laid after taking chicks to a fucking independent. They're impressed. You take them to an AMC. Oh, let's go to this corporate fucking warehouse of fucking film projection and sit next to and watch this Transformers. You're gonna get laid after watch. This is a way better movie. She's never seen a theater like the Mayan Theater. Just
might
that
also
alone.
just be just as uncomfortable as I was.
For sure. Did you like the movie?
It's a good
Is it
movie.
the best romantic comedy you've ever seen?
No, I'm not gonna go that far. I'd have to review
Well.
my former romantic comedy. I'm sure.
As far as the category, it's clearly like top 3.
I have avidly avoided
Easily top 3.
watching rom-coms for
Yeah,
a long
because they're
time,
all failure to launch and shit.
But I don't know.
No, they are. You're going to see
Have
some
you-
independent movies that are going to be... You're not going to see fucking big budget actors in a fucking independent fucking romantic comedy where a story is as original as this. You're not going to do that. It's going to be like, oh, he's so cute, but it's difficult because he's got a fucking meh. It's all the basic bullshit.
Like I said, I would have to look at other rom-coms but I really liked it.
I'm pretty
But it's
confident
still
in
like-
saying most mainstream rom-coms are dog shit.
I would
This
assume
was
so.
really good.
I've avoided them
Yeah,
avidly for years.
Exactly. Like, I don't need to watch all of them because I haven't heard of any of them like, oh, this one broke through and everybody likes it. Like, this isn't a movie where it's just like chicks are going out to fucking... It's not a date movie for chicks, which you probably would have done better if it was just a shitty rom-com, but it's like, got good writing, got good acting, got a shitload of funny comedy. It's not like... Even I mean, most comedies coming out don't have as much humor as this.
I agree.
I'm sure, like, if we went and saw fucking Baywatch, it's gonna be like naked dude, boobs, some
Explosion.
fucking fake people like
Jet
doing
skis.
jackass stunts, you know. But yeah, I enjoyed this movie a lot, and I'm glad it's done so well. You know, for fucking independent movie.
I liked it.
Yeah. Another good movie.
Holly Hunter needs to just quit talking out of the side of her
I don't
face.
think she can, man.
I know, but it
It's like
seems
some
like it's getting
people
worse.
wish you were shorter. So, I mean, you have something to do with that. You can cut some legs off.
I will.
She could get a string and just like tug on the other side and just become like
Yes.
kind of a puppeteer for herself.
Yeah, give it a little something.
Yeah, maybe.
It didn't bother
alright.
me or acting or anything, but
I loved all the acting.
Yeah.
I loved everybody in the movie.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't have a problem with anybody.
Yeah.
Who was the asshole?
his fucking parents. Fuck them.
But that's why he was so...
Yeah, I get it.
The fact that, like, oh, if they had done anything different, it would have been stupid. They're like, oh, there's no consequences. But that's how families act. It's like, if they did anything else, guaranteed everybody that grew up like that would be like, bullshit, fuck you, Kumail, suck my dick. That's not how it happens.
I'm sure plenty of fucking parents like.
Oh, man, I guarantee that's a small percentage.
I'm sure plenty of them.
I'm
have
sure
that.
he realistically portrayed
Yeah.
how people that are growing up with families that are like that, that's how the family dynamic is. It's not like Christians, where it's just like, oh, we're like new
I
wave
think
Christians.
Maybe
We like
it just
rock and
bothered
roll.
me because the whole time, like when they were like shunning him or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like the whole time I was like, just get up and be like, fuck you. I don't fucking care anymore. Peace out.
Yeah, but that's
Like, you
like
just fucking shun me. Eat a
that
dick.
would be stupid. Oh, he's living this way for like 30-something years, and then all of a sudden he's going to tell his parents as an adult, fuck you, now I'm rebelling. No, it's not. It's like
Well,
that.
he did just kind of
That
tell
would be
him.
the dumbest writing. The way he did say he said his piece
Yeah.
was
No,
how you would
I
say
enjoyed it.
It's,
But
it'd
that-
be like
I guess that part.
It'd be like somebody coming up in like
it
a
didn't bother
heavily
me. It was
Christian.
just like it bothered me, like how
the reality of the
Yeah,
situation.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like when you watch the news and you're like, oh, people like Trump. That's angering to
Yeah,
me.
that bothers me.
Yeah. Every time we see that trailer, I'm waiting for like
Someone to.
boo as soon as like Al Gore comes on. I'm waiting for the Trump supporters to like. Trump supporters don't go to fucking art film
No.
houses. Maybe they do, and they just know they're surrounded by all the different people that enjoy all the things they're trying to destroy. Yeah, boy. So let's move on
What do
to
you give
some.
it? What do you give it?
Man, I mean, it's been a really good run this year. I mean, I'd give it like a strong 8. I mean, like a solid 8. It's like 8.
I think I'd do like a 7.5 7.4.
Because it's like
7.5 seems too high, but 7.4, I'm good with 7.4.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a really, it's not like a movie that's gonna fucking, especially after Dunkirk. You're not gonna be bummed out. I mean, there's moments, but it's not like Dunkirk.
You're not
gonna
laugh your ass off the whole time. You're not gonna be bummed out the whole time.
You're gonna laugh throughout this movie.
You chuckle.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's versus like comedies that are like that don't get anything.
But yeah, it's a really good movie. Go see it.
It's well done.
Or wait and pay for it.
Yeah, get it. Either stream it on
Amazon
or get it on iTunes. Yeah, for sure, buy it. It's a really good movie.
Yeah,
it's a movie anybody can watch. It's a very general, like, unless you have even if you have racist parents,
guys. If your lady likes to watch rom-coms,
hey,
you can watch this one and not hate it.
Yeah, the next best thing to the taking. First off, not all independent movies have horrible seats like the one we went to.
Oh, so bad.
So when you take a girl to most theaters, they usually have. But if you take them to like this, like it's not a fucking generic AMC, you're gonna get laid. The next best thing is getting it and showing it to them on your inflatable mattress at home, instead of a zombie movie. Let's say instead of the big sick people.
What about King Kong Zombie? God damn it! I want to see it. Make it happen, Hollywood.
Yeah. No, don't make that happen.
Do it.
Don't. Yeah. Get it. Love it. I'm interested to see if he writes another movie, just because I doubt it will be based on a very unique, true story. You know? I mean, it still could be.
He's a funny guy. He's probably wrote on a bunch of shit. So
yeah. But I mean, like, you know, if he does another screenplay, that's his own shit versus like he's in the writer's room on some show.
I thought Ray Romano was really good too.
Yeah, I loved all. His dad was great. That's in the last scene. I was like, you know, it's like he's trying to bridge the gap.
I liked his dad in the last scene.
And the mom made him his favorite thing. So it's like she clearly still loves him.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking an adult acts really weird for religious reasons. Everybody that believes in religion has fucking parents that do stupid shit because a book told them to. This is just new stupid shit. We got used to the Christian stupid shit because it's commonplace. For it's like, I can't even imagine like how many things we don't even notice when you're around like religious older people, like parents.
Yeah,
like just how crazy they are because we're so used to it, being around it. Versus a completely different religion.
That's why I always just stood in the other room when everyone prayed.
Yeah. I always just prayed to the one below. Satan, please kill them all. I mean, if I'm gonna believe in some bullshit.
Are we talking about the big sick or the big?
We're done with the big six.
Or how about
the Beelzebub sick?
Patreon.
Yeah, before we go on to Ultimate Movie Championship, go to our Patreon page. We're at patreon.com/inspired disorder.
Or don't, and then you'll fucking burn in hell forever with fucking Beelzebub.
Yeah, or Allah, or I don't know. There's a lot of different gods out there. So whatever you're into, the bad boogie guy, judgment. Go donate $1. Fucking tight wads. I don't know. Patreon.com/inspired disorder.
We're always so nice to our potential donors. But like, hey,
I didn't call them loose wads. That could be offensive to our female listeners.
Yeah, true.
Be taken the wrong way. All right, so moving on to the Ultimate Movie Championship.
How ultimate is it?
Oh my goodness, I forgot that's how that ended. I hope server's back up. It's just like the fucking. There's just like the site's gone. Okay. Oh man. So Flickchart. This is where we go to. Wait. Can't think. We go to flickchart.com/IDP. We're given 2 movies. We rate said movies, and we build our ultimate movie list, which we've highly modified it over the past few episodes. We went through it on the last episode, and it's changed very much. There's some dear sweet movies that are no longer there to both of us. Let's do movies that we just haven't seen. here. Only unranked. Have not seen. Well, I've seen Final Destination 3.
I haven't. I couldn't tell you. I've seen.
It involves a roller coaster death in the very beginning of it. So if you don't remember that, you haven't seen it.
I remember a roller coaster death, but I don't remember anything else about a movie. It's just a series of deaths.
Sure.
I have not seen Rebel Without a Cause.
All right. Yeah, that's what Final Destination is. Like, Jackass is a series of...
But I mean, if I don't remember any of the...
Sure.
Like, did they not all die on the roller coaster, and that's why they all came... Death came after them? Like the plane in the first one?
Yep. It's the same premise as the... It's like the Saw movies. It's
How's
the same
Monsters
thing.
Ball never been...
That one hasn't, but... I have seen both of these.
I have not seen The Constant Gardener.
It is boring as fuck, so I wouldn't recommend it.
It sounds like a Constant Gardener, and that sounds boring.
It's a horrible title, first off, for the movie.
I've seen both of them.
I have not seen The Invention of Lying.
Ricky Gervais, super dry. He lives in a world where there's no lying and everyone's super blunt.
No, I haven't seen that. I saw one where he dies or he sees dead people. I think Chris Kinnear. I don't know. Epic? No.
That's a
Epic
spoof.
Movie. Fuck. I haven't seen spoofs since the early days. I have not seen
the first
Paul
one.
Blart.
Never.
Fuck no. Why am I gonna watch?
I don't know.
Here Comes the Boom is the only movie of
I've
his
never
that
seen
I've
Miracle on
given a shit.
34th Street.
Are you serious? Holy shit! I saw that in the theater in Idaho.
Wow, that seems
during
gay.
Christmas. I was a child. I didn't get fucked in the theater. Haven't seen Spanglish.
No?
Talk about a shitty fucking rom-com.
Is that Mark Ruffalo?
I
haven't
no,
seen
I think
The Dirty
it was,
Dozen.
I haven't either. I think that was Adam Sandler. I haven't
People
seen-
are
I've
like,
seen Super
if they're
Burning.
watching this, they're like, "You fucking haven't seen anything." I still haven't seen it. Why would you bring it back? My
I have
super
seen.
ex-girlfriend.
Have you seen that?
Wait, who is it?
Uma Thurman. It's a rom-com where she gets angry and she's a superhero and destroys shit.
Yes, I
It's
have
really
seen
bad.
it. Yes.
Monsters Ball. Yeah.
Wow, people.
We got there.
Jesus, only 36 tries to get our first one.
I've
seen 'em
have
both.
not seen Jason X.
He's in space, motherfucker.
Oh, cool.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
The Score. Heist movie.
Nope.
He goes full retard.
Ed Norton?
Ed Norton.
Nope.
But it's just an act. Nope.
I think I had seen that one.
Well,
Yes.
Nope.
Never seen Christine.
No.
Not
crazy.
a Stephen King.
Nah. I like to watch good shit. Nope.
Oblivion. Which one was that?
Actually, maybe I have seen Oblivion, but I have not seen The Lake House. Wow, rom-coms are coming the fuck up.
The Muppets. Nope.
2011.
That's the Jason Segel one. The Muppet
Jesus.
movie. Yes. The
Sure.
original one.
I can't, like you said, you can't remember whatever the fuck movie that was. It's Final Destination 3?
Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah. And I'm sure I love that. I'm sure if I revisited it, I'd enjoy the Muppet movie, but nah, I can't remember.
Stephen King's It versus
I
a
can't
Fistful
remember
of
if
Dollars?
I can't say I've seen it.
What?
Or, well, I've seen Fistful of Dollars.
I haven't seen Fistful of Dollars
Okay.
and have seen it
Well,
a
I guess we'll
million
get rid of
times.
both of them. Well,
I'm excited for the remake.
I've
seen both
I've
of
not
these.
seen Horton Hears a Who. I've not seen the World Trade Center, based on a true story.
I have seen Rookie of the Year.
I've seen Rookie of the Year, and I have seen The Great Outdoors.
Rookie of the Year.
The Great Outdoors.
Rookie of the Year.
I don't like that kids movie.
Henry Rowan Gardner.
I don't care. Fucking
Was a Cub-
epic comedic actors in
the
a funny
fucking Cubs
movie.
fan as a kid. I don't care.
Oh.
I love Aykroyd and Candy.
Yeah.
There's way better movies.
Sure, but they're all better than Rookie of the Year.
Probably,
There's
but
worse
I'm going
movies
Rookie-
they've been in. I mean, we're going to
Rookie
go to
of
the
the Year.
judges
Oh,
for this for sure.
motherfucker.
There's no way I'm going fucking a shitty kids movie.
It's about the Cubs.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, I do.
Oh, that's selling me on it. Oh, it's the Cubbies. I all of a sudden give a shit about a sports team. First off, a sport I don't give a fuck about. a team within the sport I don't give a fuck about. It's not even emotional for me if they lose. It's just like, I don't care. Rookie of the year. Now, if it was Angels in the outfield.
Wow. I lost that one.
Wow. What did you think it was going to be?
I didn't think I was going to win it, but I didn't think it was going to be 39.
Yeah, man.
I thought maybe
come
like
on.
50.
What the fuck is it up against?
The Great Outdoors.
Oh, yeah. Great Outdoors coming in at
60?
40.
Oh, my God.
39 to 40.
Oh, my God.
Edged it out.
Oh.
Edged it out. Oh, what's the
Oh.
fan score for Great Outdoors is 70, 52. That's
Oh.
even if it was a tie, which it almost was a
Oh,
fucking tie.
wow.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I knew I'd win it, but Jesus. All right, Great Outdoors. Good on you.
Sometimes you got to take a
Phew.
stand for the Cubs.
I've not seen. I don't. That's the last one. I never saw that one.
I have not seen it.
The Jerk.
It's one of my favorite fucking movies of all time.
Just calm down. Ooh, Kung Pao, Enter the Fist.
Versus the Jerk. I love.
I'm going Kung Pao because I didn't grow up watching The Jerk, and I watched it as a child and couldn't appreciate all the
So fucking good.
glorious racial
I
humor in
love
it.
Kung Pao, but
Yeah.
it's the Jerk all the way. The Jerk.
The Jerk is probably the better movie, but
it
for
is
me,
100% the
Kung
better.
Pao. But Kung Pao's not trying, but it's very purposefully done the way it is.
It is. And
so
so
it's like
the Jerk.
for that, sure. But The Jerk was. I mean, that's just what kind of movie. It's like very same as. The fuck.
The cans. Get away from the cans.
Yeah, it's for sure. There's classic line. It's a classic movie.
It's so
I get it.
fucking good.
I get it. I get it.
I grew up a poor black
for me,
man.
and it's two comedies. So for me, if I'm watching a comedy, I'm putting on Kung Pao. Every once in a while, maybe I'll throw on The Jerk, which I've literally never thought to throw on The Jerk, and it's not really been available to throw on. But I mean, maybe if it was
I
on
owned
something,
Kung Pao and the Jerk
yeah,
before I moved here, and I probably watched them both an
Sure.
equal amount of time.
sure.
But the Jerk, by far, like I love Kung Pao, but there's no way I can fucking break on that one.
All right. Well, I'm just curious to get the judges.
Oh, it can't be close.
Oh, it could be.
It could be, but it can't.
Which one should I look up
Kung
first?
Pao.
All right. The one that should be lower. I'm imagining I'm going to lose, but that's just because.
Enter the Fist.
All right. 11%. Jesus.
I'm pretty confident in the Jerk.
Oh yeah, and I'm not too worried. It's just a classic. Like any classic comedy is gonna fucking do well, probably. All right, so 11%. Hopefully this
Voices.
is 9. It'd be imagine if this is 9. I'm
Voices.
anti 9/11. We lost 9 good people that day.
84.
Yeah, I wasn't too surprised. All right. I don't
believe
feel
you-
bad about it. It's just 2 comedies, super easy. One comedy I enjoy, I watch a bunch of times, and it's another classic comedy that's I don't revisit.
We
that
got
shit.
Idiocracy versus a movie I've never seen, The
I know.
Lives of Others.
World War Z,
Versus Idiocracy?
the zombie.
Yeah, Brad Pitt. Idiocracy.
Yeah,
all
World
the way.
War Z was dog shit. Idiocracy is
Is
our
what we
reality
live in
now. Yeah.
So,
Get
welcome to this biographical pick.
yeah. We were talking about documentaries with Dunkirk.
Be Cool, the sequel to Get Shorty.
I like the alternate title.
Be Crafty.
Yeah.
Versus I haven't seen Frailty.
Versus it's shitty. I forget who's directed by, but the premise.
Is that McConaughey?
Yeah,
and Bill
McConaughey.
Paxton?
Yeah.
Are they frail?
He's a serial killer because angels, the Lord's angels, come down and tell him to kill people. They're bad people. He needs to kill them. So he's a serial killer. The twist at the end is that
He's just crazy.
The twist at the end is that God was telling him to kill people by sending angels. That's the twist at the end.
Like that.
So
really,
fuck
God
that movie.
was.
God's real, and he was telling him to like actually kill people.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad I
it's a
haven't seen that
it's
movie.
a shitty movie.
That movie can
It's a
suck
shitty
the
movie.
dick.
But I was working at the theater, so I saw everything.
Nope.
That came out. Good movie. It's one of the. It's like a kind of prisoners of war escape movie with the best
Christian Bale?
Batman. Yeah.
Nope.
I've not seen it either. Crank High Voltage, the second one, versus Be Cool,
It's a pretty cool.
the
poster.
second one. So it's 2 sequels.
Yeah.
Crank High Voltage all day. Get Shorty was fine, but I don't give. It's like
I actually
the
like
music industry version.
I like Be Cool.
I like
better.
The Rock in
Yeah,
Be Cool.
yeah.
That's the only
And
good
Vince
part of Be
Vaughn.
Cool. No.
That it was The Rock and Vince Vaughn playing off each other.
Vince Vaughn was the same character he's been in every
He's always
movie,
Vince Vaughn.
and that's the most annoying
But
version
I'll go
of
with
him.
Crank.
Yeah, I love Crank movies. Are two of the like best comic book movies ever made. Not comic book. Video game movies, not based on video game. He's basically a video game
Yeah,
character.
you just gotta
He gets
power
power
up,
ups. Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
This is interesting.
This is weird.
Creed. Have you seen Creed?
Yeah.
The newest one?
Yeah.
All right. Ali versus Ali.
Yeah.
This is easy for me, despite
I like Creed
not
better.
liking either of these movies.
I like Creed better.
Yeah, me too.
And I liked Ali. It was fine.
They're all right. They're both. They're the same boxing movie every movie. Shitty boxing
Will Smith
choreography.
wasn't the best Muhammad Ali in that movie.
There's just not a lot of good boxing movies, man. The
Dude,
first
Jamie
Rocky,
Foxx was still good in that movie, though.
sure, but
as
Jamie
the
Foxx is
manager.
great. Yeah, Jamie Foxx, he put on a bunch
he was
of
good
weight.
on Rogan. Did you see? He
Yeah.
was on the last one. It was
Yeah.
only an hour, but
Yeah, I was surprised it was good because generally, if it's an hour, they're just he's interviewing a chick that sells her panties online.
oh yeah, but he's
That's-
also interviewing.
the shorter
someone
they
who's
are, the
got
worse they
shit
are.
to do. So-
Sure, but usually he'll get them for more. But yeah, whatever.
But Creed, let's do two
I'm
more.
good with Creed, even though Creed. I haven't
With
seen a good
arms wide
boxer.
open.
The boxer with the best Batman and Mark Wahlberg was okay.
The fighter.
Yeah, the
I like
fighter.
that.
Yeah. That's probably the best boxing movie I've
Grumpier
seen
Old
recently.
Men, which everyone's seen, versus The Searchers, which I have not seen.
And I don't know if everybody's seen Grumpier Old Men.
Well,
The
everyone,
sequel to Grumpy Old Men.
everyone my age.
That I don't even think that's true. I haven't seen 13.
No.
I've not seen Road to El Dorado.
Nope.
I have seen Cocoon.
Yes.
Grumpier Old Men versus Grumpier Younger Men. Getting younger.
Well, grumpier old men versus old men who are gonna be less grumpy because they get to live forever because of aliens.
Yeah.
Grumpier Old
I'm
Men.
going Cocoon.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't give a fuck about the sequel to Grumpy Old Men isn't beating Cocoon for me. Even though I enjoy
I love
Walter
both
Matthau.
of those way
So do
more
I.
than I love
Oh, no.
fucking Cocoon.
Ugh, no.
Cocoon's
Cocoon's a good movie. It's not just
bruh.
like meh, 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 just
Fucking Wilford Brimley
comedy.
fucking talking to me about
Yeah.
diabetes for fucking 2 hours.
and he doesn't do that in the movie, so you're just like, funny. That's
it's
this.
not that a great movie. I haven't
Oh
seen
yeah,
it forever.
Grumpier Old Men is cinematic fucking beauty. It's a sequel to just like The Odd Couple grown up, literally.
Yeah,
That's
I
just-
love Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau.
Me too.
together.
Me too. Those movies I don't think are better than Cocoon. I mean, I would almost guarantee Cocoon's gonna beat him. But
I'm gambling.
A
Last one,
sequel?
fucking. Let's throw it out
All
there.
right.
Fuck it.
yeah, I
'Cause
mean, I can't even see
I don't-
Grumpy Old Men.
Cocoon. It's just so.
Yeah, that's Grumpier Old Men.
Yeah, right there.
The sequel for oh my goodness. Yeah.
Damn it.
That's way too high.
62% fan score.
Way too high for
I'm
both of
going
those.
with fan score.
It was mine.
Cocoon.
Cocoon. Oh, you fucking.
I don't think that's how you
Serious?
spell cocoon.
Yeah, I don't either.
Cocoon.
Oh. Cocoon.
Cocoon.
Dun, 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 dun.
God damn it.
Oh.
My fan score beats your fan score. Fuck you.
Sure, because there's a bunch of like Walter Matthau and because people that it's a fucking niche movie.
I liked it.
Sure.
Better than Cocoon.
Sure. You have like you like old people. You relate to like seniors really well. You should work at a senior fucking.
I hate old people though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you just never hang out with old people on a regular basis in the alley?
Hey, just because my best friend in Denver is 75 years old.
Yeah. All right, so that was it. Good on you, Cocoon. We had 3 more. Let's do 3 more.
All right.
3 more 2000. We'll just double check on it. Psych, we're not ending yet.
I think that thing's been fucking with us though.
Yeah, I think we're doing all right. Like, we haven't looked at that number in like a week, and you're gonna remember that it's like.
No, I feel like that for the last 10, we're almost to 1,000.
But we're not. We're doing a bunch of movies that are already in the rankings.
True.
That's the
I
big
didn't think about
difference.
that.
Now we're doing stuff that's not in the rankings.
I still haven't seen Kubo.
Kubo's great. A Mighty. No, I have not seen a Mighty.
I've
Wind.
seen a
Go.
Mighty Wind.
I don't like that, guys. I'm over that fucking mockumentary shit. There's a couple good ones, but it's like, oh, every
I like
movie's
Best in
exact.
Show and I like
oh,
Spinal
it's the
Tap.
worst. Yeah, I probably wouldn't like Spinal Tap because I've already OD'd on that whole thing.
I've seen both.
Father of the Bride versus Black Snake Moan. Black Snake Moan.
Sure.
Also has a great soundtrack. And it's a fucking weird ass
I
movie.
don't really care about either of them. It's all right.
I've
think
watched it a bunch
Christina
of
Ricci's
times.
hot.
Yeah,
Samuel L. Jackson's
that's why I've watched
pretty good
it.
in that.
He's super rapey in it. It's a really weird movie.
It's
but
weird.
I've watched it so many times.
Father
I
of the
love
Bride's
that soundtrack.
okay, too.
It's like all the other rom-com bullshit that we've seen. It's the generic. Oh, now they're getting married. All right, let's see if it's okay. So this will
Chitty
put us
Chitty
over.
Bang Bang versus Bean.
I
I've
have
seen them
not
both.
seen. I don't think I've seen Bean. I don't know which Bean movie I've seen.
Well, if you
These
ever
are horrible
like,
movies to be matched up. I'm gonna not even put Bean in the mix. Refried. Have you seen Zootopia?
Unfortunately,
All right.
it's still better than Chitty Chitty Bang
Yeah,
Bang.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang versus Zootopia. Zootopia.
Yeah.
All right. Now
No
we should
disrespect, but Chitty Chitty Bang Bang's old as fuck.
Sure.
I don't really care much about it.
Yeah. But then there's just old as fuck movies that there we go.
Oh, see? It's always fuck. Oh, I guess there was 2 in that one that we hadn't
Yeah.
ranked, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's math.
Don't math me.
Like, oh, I'm really good at math right now.
Don't meth me.
All right,
You
everybody.
mething me up.
That was we just methed everybody up with everything that we did. Go watch The Big Sick and
Big Thick.
get ready for The Big Sick People coming out later. You can follow Keith at Spurlock1 on Twitter. I'm at Ray Taylor on Twitter and Instagram. You donate to the show and everything else at patreon.com.
Don't Patreon me.
/Inspired Disorder, and links to everything, including ways to buy original artwork by myself, Photoshop prints, and then all the other podcasts and other things. InspiredDisorder.com. That's it, everybody. Great week. Peace.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Inspired Disorder podcast. Embedded signals within this podcast have reprogrammed your natural thinking patterns. Side effects may include lack of inhibitions, erectile dysfunction, anal leakage, transcendental communication with beings from 4 of the 7 primary dimensions. In the event of a tear in space-time, please keep your hands down and feet together. Any loss of life or limbs due to interdimensional travel is not the responsibility of this podcast.